given the frequency of how often people will go on first dates.
Wait, have you ever not paid for the first date?
I've paid for first dates.
Like, have you ever not paid for the first date though?
Oh,
you
yeah.
made it
Oh,
split?
yeah.
Did they go on second dates?
I've probably not paid for more dates than I have paid for first dates.
Did they go on another date with you?
Yes.
Well, they know you're rich. Like,
What?
you make a lot of money. It's obvious. You own this podcast or whatever.
Okay, but I've also
dated
dated before I started the podcast, where it probably wasn't as obvious or clear that.
Well, you can just be bullshitting, but okay.
About what?
You went on so many dates and didn't pay for
Do you think you're just picky?
Yeah.
Are you just picky, or like why didn't you pay?
Well, as a true egalitarian, we can split the bill. And also, here's the thing. Here's something else.
Exposed.
No,
That's
not
a liberal
really.
ideology,
Don't
is it
expect
not?
her to cook for
Well,
you.
hold on.
You're not a traditional woman.
I'm adhering to the current
Wait, you want a
status
traditional
quo.
woman?
Hold on. There's too many questions coming out at one time. So I would say I've changed a little bit recently. So more recently, I've been more willing to pay for the first date, but also my screening methods have changed quite dramatically. And also certain other factors have changed. But when I was making a little bit less of course, yeah, I'd split. I'd pay for my shit, she pays for her shit.
Even if you really liked her and saw a lot of potential?
Yeah.
Maybe
Did
that's
they go on,
dangerous.
did all of them go on second dates with you?
No, not all of them, but I'll tell you this. A lot of the women I was dating back in the day, I would argue, living in California, living in Santa Barbara, most women here in Santa Barbara are liberal, progressive women, or maybe they're moderate. There's definitely not a lot of conservative women
the university
in California.
brings a lot of conservatives, but Santa Barbara
The university?
The university brings a lot of the liberals.
Yes.
But Santa Barbara is predominantly a conservative town without the university.
Older, maybe like in their 40s,
like actual
50s.
residents of Santa Barbara who don't just go here for the university.
Yuppies are super liberal.
I mean like statistically, like.
Okay, I'm going to say
I'm not talking, like,
women who
opinions.
live in Santa Barbara and California between the age of 18 to 35 are super liberal.
I would say 18 to 22, but after that 22 mark, a lot of them are conservative out here.
It's even worse once they get into the corporate world. They double down.
Yeah, I mean the issue is the university indoctrinates.
I don't know about that far.
They're in the court. They're yuppies. They work for the wokest company. There's Apple out here. There's Amazon out here.
I was literally
there's a bunch
so major and wasn't even
Facebook has something.
I mean, I went to UCLA. I graduated in.
Yes, I was actually the vast majority, almost all the dates I was going on for the longest period of time. Yes, I would split the bill.
Is that why your ex-girlfriend didn't make you food when you were sick?
That might be a big reason.
It might be.
It's the woman you are seeking out.
Damn.
Not necessarily, but I will say this.
She
is
got
that
you there.
you might lose some girls doing that, but if a girl is, I guess, I don't know if the word like tolerate is the right word.
If she gets hung up on something so like the assumption is probably you will pay for dates down the road. You're just not going to pay for the first date because you don't know exactly what you're getting. Right. So if she can't tolerate just like one, maybe 2 dates where she pays 50-50, just so you can figure out if this is the kind of girl you want to be with, like if she can't just overlook that and focus in, okay, I don't like the fact that he's not going to pay, but I want to figure out the rest of this guy. Is he a good man? Will he be able to provide for me down the road? What are these all these personalities, quirks that I want to know about before saying, I don't care because he didn't pay for the first date. It's a no from me, dog.
To me, it just says more of like, it also depends on the men you're dating and their values and things like that. But if I were single and if I were to go on a date with a man and we split the bill at the end, to me, that's him signaling, I'm not interested in you. You know, great date, great talk, but I don't see this progressing any further.
And then what if he follows up with you the next day and says, I had a great time. I'd like to meet you again.
Mm-hmm. And I ghost? Then that's the thing.
Well, but you're saying it's an indicator that he's not interested. But what if his interest continues?
I would still be like, how many girls are you taking out on dates that you're so interested in me you couldn't pay for our date? Because in the same respect, though, if I could tell by the end of the date...
Dude, you're super progressive, Kiko. You're super liberal.
I'm not.
Why would that be an issue for the guy to not pay for the first
very
date?
in the middle.
You're super progressive, bro.
I'm okay.
I think like if you're taking me out, you should pay. If I ask you out, then I think that's like
You don't
He's gonna go on a whole.
You don't ask guys. Women don't ask guys out. Women don't ask men out.
Well, okay,
on
that's
dates.
like the whole point. Like, then guys should pay for the date if they're always the ones asking us out.
Well, that's
Exactly.
convenient.
If I asked somebody out, then I would pay
That's a
for the
very
date, but I don't.
privileged position for you to.
Since men want to be
Same
so
shot.
dominant, whatever, like pay for the date.
I
then.
think if I thought the date wasn't going to go well, it wasn't going well, I would ask to split the bill then.
Wait, do
That's what I was
you
gonna say
genuinely
to your
think
question.
that men wouldn't prefer if there was just 100% reversal in the sexual dynamics between men and women? If it was just totally flipped, where it was like girls like thirsting after dudes, sliding into DMs, you sliding into hundreds of, well, I don't know about that, but like,
I wouldn't though.
You don't think that men would take the trade
I
instantly?
don't care that much about men.
Well, we know that, but you like, do you think that like men, if men wouldn't take the trade, you think they wouldn't? Like girls were just like wanting to them like crazy. You don't think we wouldn't take that trade?
Y'all would still find something to complain about.
Nah, we would take. I would
Yes.
take that trade if it would instantly put men in such a strong
Well, you guys already
negotiating position. What's that?
You guys already shame us for being all this like every
What?
single day for literally any little thing. If you find out like we have a body count of like what, like 5, like you guys will call us like
Oh,
ran
I thought
through
you were
whatever.
a virgin.
No.
Oh,
I
did you
am.
lie about that?
I am a virgin.
So
I'm
what are you
talk-
arguing about?
about what men say about other women, not just
Well, this
me.
is it's not. This
Yeah,
isn't even your.
What do you mean by that?
I'm arguing for other women, not just myself.
Well, you're a virgin, so why would you care about men's?
Because you're
Desire
because
for
that's the
love.
argument.
Because you still cares how men like have a viewpoint. You still have an opinion on something.
It's just like men would instantly take the trade of women have to come to us. We get to be the sexual selectors. We get to pick among dozens or even hundreds of women who are just dying to spend money on us, us, etc. We would take that trade in a second.
So what's
I
your
don't think
point?
a lot of men would actually like that.
What's that?
I don't think they would actually like
Yeah,
that.
I thought men like loved
You
like
don't?
women that are hard to
No.
get. Like that's what
No,
wifey
I already
material
told
is.
you. Men
Men
do
don't.
not like women.
So you
who are
want an
hard to
easy
get.
woman who-
It's not about easy.
No, it's not. It's not. We're not talking about easy.
or thirsty
Well,
or like
yeah, like girls that just
I like a girl
I
who's a
want to
simp.
fuck you so bad.
That's
like
a bit much, but
that's what you just said.
no. I
We
said-
want women who want us.
Okay.
We don't want women who shoot us down or play hard to get or don't text us back.
I think their version of hard to get is like just not sleeping with you right away.
No,
Not that they're not,
I don't
not that
think
they're
that's
not
what hard to get
communicating with
is.
you. No, a lot of women view them playing hard to get is literally them just not busting it
I'll
open
repeat
right
it
away.
one more time. If you play hard to get, you quickly become hard to want.
That's fine.
That is not true.
But I'm saying
It
I
is
don't-
100%
I don't agree with
true.
it, but that's
It's
not what I'm saying.
100%
I don't know, but men are
true.
so
Guy-
easy, and it's just embarrassing. So I think I'm attracted to a man that's like not so fucking easy, and that's why I like the chase.
We're all,
And like
most men are very
I feel like that's
easy.
what I mean when I say it. I feel like I
We had a
want a
virgin
man
right
that
here.
I feel like doesn't like me, and like my version of that is like somebody that's not so easy, and like because men are just easy, like always. Like that's what I'm used to.
Yo, AB Check, thank you for the gifted 20 memberships.
Are most of these men that are easy coming to you?
Yes.
That's why they're easy, because they want you. Whereas
Yeah.
if it were different and you wanted a man
Wait,
that
what do you
didn't
say?
want you, it would be harder.
Wait, what? What did you say?
I'm saying it's you think that men are easy because the men that are coming to you want you. That's why it's easy for you to get them. Whereas if it were
Yeah.
a man that you wanted that didn't want you, it'd be harder. You haven't experienced that yet.
And in fact, you said you were more attracted to those men.
Well, yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
I
Look,
sent Nick the thing, by the way.
But, like you wouldn't consider a woman a simp, like in someone that's like.
I know a simp woman, Brian.
Well, yeah, there are,
Oh
but
my
like
gosh.
as
You
a
want me to
like
say
a
her
guy
name?
who has OnlyFans, like there's not so many girls like subscribing and like wanting that. It's always more men,
Yeah.
gay men.